This man was fired from his own company, then came back and made the world bow. He had no engineering degree, no easy life. But the brand he created entered our pockets, our desks, and our lives. Here is the man who rewrote an entire industry, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was born in 1955, but his life was complicated from the very beginning. His biological parents gave him up for adoption. The family who adopted him was not wealthy, but they were very clear about one thing. Steve had to get a good education. From a young age, Jobs was obsessed with understanding technology. For him, it wasn't enough for something to just work. It had to look beautiful, feel right, and carry meaning. He went to college, but dropped out after 6 months because he believed school killed creativity. In the mid-1970s, in a garage, he started working with a friend. This friend was Steve Wozniak. Wozniak was a brilliant engineer. Jobs was a brilliant visionary. Together they built a computer. But Jobs had a different idea. He wanted this computer to be used by everyone. And in that garage, a new legend was born. Apple. Apple grew rapidly. The Macintosh was released. And Steve Jobs became rich overnight. But success did not bring happiness. Jobs was a difficult leader, a perfectionist, and unwilling to compromise. Eventually, he was fired from the company he founded. Yes, Steve Jobs was fired from Apple. For Jobs, this was a new beginning. First, he founded a company called Next. Then he bought a small animation studio that no one really cared about. Its name was Pixar. Years later, Pixar would become one of the biggest animation studios in the world. By 1997, Apple was on the verge of bankruptcy, and they called Steve Jobs back. Jobs returned. But this time, he was different. He cut products, changed projects, simplified everything, and focused on just one thing, products that people would truly love. Then came, one by one, iMac, iPod, iPhone, iPad. Not just devices, but a lifestyle. Sometimes a unique experience. Jobs didn't sell technology, he sold experience. But life was cruel to him once again. In 2003, Steve Jobs was diagnosed with cancer. He fought for years and kept working. After his final great speech, he passed away in 2011. Steve Jobs was not perfect, but he changed the world, and he never gave up. His story proved one thing. You don't have to be perfect, but you must never stop working. And sometimes, the people who change the world are the ones who are most rejected. This was the story of Steve Jobs.